All right, welcome everybody. Hey, we got
no. You're good. Go ahead. Do the intro.
Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Open Discussions. Hey, this is actually an emergency episode. It's really not though. We were taking a month off this month, and now we're coming back for an emergency episode. We got some chisma, as you will. But I am your host, David. Welcome back. Appreciate you for watching another episode, and pass it over to my co-host today.
All right, man. Is the camera's on?
Yeah,
camera's on. All right. All right, man. Look, the reason for this podcast this live stream is to talk about an incident that happened earlier today, right? We'll give you guys the context behind it, but of course, as David had mentioned, we had taken a break just because we want to come in hot going into May. We got some great plans going for the rest of the year. A lot of good things coming in, and you guys are, I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. So, again, for today's call is really mainly something that happened on a Facebook group with 200,000 people in that group.
Yeah.
Only tailored to Dallas, Fort Worth, so you can just kind of imagine everyone's on there, basically everyone. And really the crowd that's on there is women.
Females.
Right? Females, women. And someone had the curiosity
or audacity
to post a picture of myself talking about how my bestie is really falling for this guy, but just something doesn't feel right. Is there something we should know? His initials is AD from Fort Worth, right? Again, mind you guys, my Instagram's been deactivated. It was going to be deactivated for a whole month, and we saw this as a way of coming in, and for other reasons, I'm coming back in as well, because we got to start lining things up for May. Not only for the podcast, but I got a few things outside of that as well that I got to line up. I have some very, very close friends, best friends, who are coming into town. I want to make sure they're good. So, yeah, man, I was posted on there, and I started getting a ton of texts, a ton of messages.
Hey, Raj, can they see this right here? This right here?
Not yet? Okay. So I got a ton of texts, messages, everything, right? I guess everyone in DFW is in this group.
Even if they're taken, they're in the group.
Exactly, 100%. So it's like, the group is called, Are We Dating the Same Guy? 100%. So it's like, ain't that some crazy shit? Like, how do you resort to things like that to gain reassurance about a person? And I'm just here like, taking in the heat. And I'm just you can hear an echo. Taking in the heat. You can hear an echo. You can hear an echo. Hold on, let's
might be from
before we continue. Yeah, we want to make sure that you guys are not hearing an echo.
Might be from
we want to make sure that you guys are. Person who just texted me. If you're watching, tell me if you hear the echo to continue. If you're watching, tell me if you hear the echo to continue. If you're
let us know.
I'm the echo to continue.
Yeah, let us know.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Damn, why? Oh, I see. Bro, I'm telling you, this camera is not good, bro. Like,
No, yeah, you're fine. You're good. Hey, you're good.
Like,
It's fine.
There's no echo?
You're good. No, I don't think there's an echo.
There's no echo?
No, I don't think there's an echo.
There is? Yeah. There's a mic. It's picking it up from somewhere. Might be the condenser.
Oh, it's
could it be the ones on the side?
Disconnect.
No, they're all turned off though.
Oh, those are turned off.
Yeah, we'll disconnect them just to be sure,
but yeah,
you're on the safe side.
Go ahead and loosen up a little bit because I'm about to have a whole conversation here. Oh yeah, here we go.
This should be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah.
Okay, so again, I don't know if you guys can hear the echo, but I'm hoping not.
It's not that one, Raj. It's not that one. He's good though. I can see it right here.
So, okay, where did I leave off? I left off in talking about
they're in this. Yeah, it's this group right here.
Having to resort to it, right? Having to resort for reassurance. Again, I don't know.
Show him, hey, Raj, can you pull it up too? Go ahead and show him real quick. You can show him this screen.
I don't know who it is that they're trying to find information on.
Yeah, hey, this looks like a walking green flag to me.
That's a walking
looks
green
like a
flag,
walking
dog.
green flag.
That's a
to
green
me.
flag.
Hey,
I've
you know
seen
what it
one.
is it's that you're too good, so they're like, there's got to be something bad.
I gotta
about
find
this guy.
something.
Yeah, I gotta find something.
I gotta find something on
So
him.
in order for me to find something, I need to go to Facebook and go to Are We Dating the Same Guy to figure out what the red
let's
flag
actually,
is.
you know what? Before we do go into this, let's talk a little bit about these groups, right? Because there's a ton of them. You know, when I was trying to look for the exact group, because I was very curious. I wanted to see, like, you know, which one is it? Why is it being targeted this way? What's the context behind it? But how do you feel about these kind of groups? Like, there are some for Are We Dating the Same Girl? I ran into that. I'm like, that's
No
crazy,
way.
bro. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Like, what? You didn't do your full analysis, so you need somebody else to, like, validate it for you?
Well, it's because honestly, bro, people aren't going to be honest in their relationships. They're not going to, hey, are you cheating on me? No, of course they're going to say no.
Yeah.
So the only way for anybody to really find out is they're resorting to this because they don't know if they're going to tell the truth or not. I mean, a lot of people are going to lie if they are cheating, or they're going to say, oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But then that goes back to, like we said before, where you're intentional. And anybody, just from the comments that are, you know, being said, if you watched our content here, you could see from the beginning, we always talked about being intentional with your intentions when you meet somebody.
Yeah.
When you meet them on the first day, third day, your intentions are, you know, genuine from the very beginning. Hey, this is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
If you're not interested in that, cool, we can go our separate ways. We had a good time on this first date, whatever it is, and then so on and so forth. So anybody speaking differently about, oh, he's this or he's that, it's probably just because you didn't get what you wanted from him because he didn't want to contour to what you wanted him to be.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you would want from a man that's going to stay 10 toes down on who he is and not try to change himself for you and then be upset because he didn't change.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what it is with a lot of these women that are probably commenting some more of these negative things.
Yeah, no, and before I go into it, right, I want to address one thing first, too, as well. Like, there was a comment in there that I read talking about that we bring guests on to degrade them. Not once have I ever gotten that feedback, or we've gotten that feedback. I guess it's just your own perception, right? Your own perspective on certain things. And, you know, again, if you can resonate with that, maybe that's something that you're going through. I don't know. But we've never targeted somebody on the show. We've never picked on someone to say, oh, you're going about things in the wrong way, and maybe you should change this, maybe you should change that. We give them our perspectives as who we are as men, like what we see and what we learn, what we study, all those kind of things. And so for somebody to feel like, you know, we're targeting them, again, not once have I ever gotten that feedback.
I feel like if it's that, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, if the shoe fits, they're wearing it, and they feel they feel like you're poking at them, but really, they see themselves in the mirror right there. They're like, dang, he's got to be talking about me.
Yeah,
I got a high body count. He's got to be talking about me. Like,
well, because it's like they mirror it, and
that was also another comment too. Girls saying that, you're saying something about girls having high body counts, this, and that. Well, that's your fault though.
That's the fault, and
nobody else could control your body count besides you. So you can't be mad about somebody else saying, "Oh, you got a high body count." That's on you though.
And you know what? To an extent, again, let's kind of dive into that topic a little bit before we go into the real details. But you know, look, man, in order for a woman to preserve her value, yes, she needs to have a low body count.
Lower,
lower body count, right? Because it's like, okay, you're just passing it out at that point.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it from a girl's perspective, if you meet a friend and she says, "Yeah, I have 100 guys," you're gonna be like, "This girl's."
I don't know. I'm gonna be careful with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be careful with hanging around with you because you kind of be throwing it around. Girls, y'all know this, so it's like, why are y'all getting mad at us for thinking the same thing you would think?
Exactly.
They would be like, "No, she's beautiful."
Yeah. And then in that same comment, there's another statement. There's another statement talking about like it's mandatory for a man to have a rotation. Well, it's not mandatory, right? But ideally, if you're not going to take someone serious, sure, why not? Right?
Hey,
because
that's what women do.
Yeah, 100%.
And they do it all the time. They got guys lined up in the DM. So, I mean, they can pick and choose who they want in their rotation. Yeah. Who's going to take me out this week? Is it Jeffrey that always wants to go out every Monday and he's free? Is it Craig that's free on Thursdays? I don't know. Like, they got their rotation as well. Like they say, these women, they put guys that are in certain statures in certain categories already. Oh, he's got money, but he's not attractive. Date nights. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's literally what these girls do.
Yeah.
So it's like they can't get mad at us for calling it out.
Yeah, exactly. Now, there's a difference, right? I'll kind of pick at that a little bit, but there's a difference in a man like saying, okay, I want to take you serious, but then he's going to have other girls around her. And I'm not talking to anyone else. You're the only one. At that point, yeah, you are being deceiving. I understand the conflict behind that. But if you're communicating it and saying, hey, look, I want to take you serious, but there's going to be some side girls going on in the background. Hey, you're communicating it. Yeah. You could either stick around or you could walk.
Yeah, the option. You gave him the
100%. You're giving him the option to choose. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, you're misogynistic and it's only one way. No, man, it's not even about that. It's about, again, you can look at it in two different perspectives. You could either be tunnel visioned, or you can say, okay, I understand why he's doing this, right? Because he wants to keep those options around. And if I choose to be around, I'm going to choose, right? Yeah. But if you don't want to as a woman, like, you have the option to walk away from it. Now, again, going back to guys who are being deceiving and saying you're the only one, but he's got other in the background.
No, that's manipulation.
Exactly. Right. So that's what we mean behind that. It's not mandatory. It's just, it's optional. You have options. Yeah. Right. You can choose to move that way, or you can choose to just stay with one person.
That's the intention behind it. Like, if you go on a first date and you say, hey, I'm also dating as well. I'm dating other people as well. Now you're letting them know on the first date, hey, there are other options that I'm also exercising. Yes. So they kind of know how to play their field a little bit. Hey, I don't want to be too aggressive with this girl because there are other men, and I don't want to be too passive because what if I do actually like the connection I have with her, right? So you kind of have to play a little bit of push and pull on that. Like, if she's really feeling you instead of these other guys, she's going to accept more of your dates than she is with them. And that's just kind of playing the field if you want to play one of those options. And that goes both ways. Guys playing options for girls and girls playing options for guys. It's really like, do I want to stick around for this person and, play the options out a little bit? Do you want to? Some guys do. Some girls do as well.
Again, and even if you have multiple women, right, in your roster, let's put it that way. I hate using that term, but damn, bro, like, it's a roster, right? If you got that going on, one of them is going to stick out, right? And it's going to be ultimately the one that you want. So there's nothing wrong with that. But then you have comments like this. You go into a group chat like that.
Can we show this?
Let's go ahead and show that. Let's kind of go through the comments. We got a screen recording of the actual post. And I just want to address some shit. And we'll have a little talk about it. But
hey, shout out to Lo right here.
Shout out to Lo, man. Like,
and Lo, the thing is too, is we didn't even know Lo was in this group chat. So like, anonymously, we didn't even know she was in the group chat. So she's not actually the person that sent us this. But just seeing it right there, I know him on a friendship work networking level. He's a gentleman, but I do know he is pretty straightforward, which is what we've said before. We just said that. Yeah. What is he looking for in his previous conversations? He has a podcast and has been back on mine. If your friend is following for him, she needs to have that conversation with him. That's what we were saying too. It's the same thing. Yeah. Just be straightforward. If you have anything that, hey, you're too perfect, let me know what are your red flags. Well, obviously, just have that conversation with you. One-to-one, whoever it is. I don't know who it is. But then let's keep it going. Anonymous member 562. What's the name of the podcast?
And that's kind of where it started coming in, right?
Yeah. And then
I can't read none of this shit. Hold up. I don't know if you want to read them. You can read them, but
yeah, that's a lot to read.
That's a lot to read.
Who the heck said this? Daniela Marie. I don't know who this is. I didn't watch the whole thing, so maybe I'm speaking prematurely, but what he describes about what he's looking for in a girl and he acts to get it and how he acts to get it describes complete narcissistic behaviors displayed by what are now coined lady men. I'd never heard that term ever. I don't even know men who will only entertain women who will sleep with them off their feet. Basically supports the role reversal of men and women in a typical provider type relationship where the men are provided for by the women. What a clown. Okay, that kind of doesn't make any
that kind of threw me off
because again, it goes back to what we said. If I'm being straightforward with you, then you will choose not to, be one of those options. And if you're choosing not to be one of those options, then it's cool.
Yeah,
it's literally that simple.
100%. And I feel like again, it's all about communication, right? Communicate what it is that you're looking for, especially as a man. Like, and I'm talking to all the men out there too. Like, you guys, again, sometimes I feel like guys hold back a lot on what they really want to communicate because maybe the girl's gonna walk away. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You know what I'm saying? If your true intentions are to fuck around, your true intentions are to kind of just keep her around until the right one comes in, like just say that, bro. Like give her that option. And so whatever it is that you're looking for in a relationship, though, stick to that. Don't bend your rules or don't bend your values for somebody just to please them, right? And so again, if there's certain things that you look for in a woman, stick to that.
Yeah, a good example would be like, hey, if a man is looking for in a woman to get married with her, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna say, hey, I want my woman to want these different types of things or to be like these kinds of things. And if she doesn't fit that role, then he's probably gonna move on to the next girl because that girl isn't what he wants as his wife. So it's the same concept back and forth of, hey, are you willing to, be one of my girls in rotation? Basically, well, obviously you're not gonna say it like that, straight up, obviously, but you're gonna say, hey, I am dating multiple women, and etc. Are you cool with that? And if she already has that option right then and there, hey, I'm not cool with it, I am cool with it, and it's in the story at that point, and the girl already kind of knows. Exactly. Yeah, I really like this guy. He seems really cool, but he does want to talk to other girls. Okay, well, you already know after that first date, if you want to keep seeing him? Yeah. And the girls are always gonna do what they do, which is, think that they can change you or whatever the case is. And, they just got to play it out. Hey, if you're that type of girl, then you would change him. Hey, can you go down a little bit, Roger? Hey, real quick, Danielle Marie, if you want to, all for it. You can come on the podcast. You can speak your 100%. Speak your truth into any topics you want to talk about. It is open discussion, so we are willing to, I guess you could say, debate with you. But there is no necessarily winner. It's your point of view, and then it's our point of view, and that's kind of how it is. It's your opinion, our opinion. Yeah. Nobody really is right or wrong.
All right, let's go to the next one.
All right, let's see what's
next. I just checked out his podcast, Homeboy's a Walking Alpha Bro, Red Flag.
Oh, right here. Wow.
Yeah, all right, my bad, shit.
Don Harris said, what happened to the fiance that someone said he had? That's kind of crazy. I don't think we've ever had stories about you being married.
Well, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't married. I was engaged. Yes.
Oh, okay. So this has to be old.
Yeah, again, things happen. I'm not going to disclose that. That's a little more personal. I have respect for her, right? But no, I mean, I did read a few comments where it's like, oh, he had pictures with his fiance at the time, and this and that. I mean, no, but again, that I won't disclose that just because out of respect for her, right?
Look at what Danielle says. She says, obviously, based on what I just saw him say on Lowe's podcast, she's wised up.
Yeah, I mean, again, perspective, right? Perspective. Yo, I mean, I don't know who Danielle is, but
I think she needs to come on and express her opinion.
Man, like, hold up, bro. Like, listen to.
Yeah, she still keeps going. Can we scroll down a little bit?
Yeah, let's go into the next one.
Kendall Steffens said, just checked his podcast. Homeboy's a walking alpha bro, red flag. Any man that has a podcast about love and relationships is typically a red flag. To be honest, typically I like that because we're the minority and not the majority. 100%.
And not many people are doing it. No, exactly. And that's one thing, man. Like, people can't handle the truth. Some people can, if we say something, it like resonates with them, and it's like either they'll take it the good way or the bad way, and a lot of the times it's the bad way. They'll take it in a way of like they're getting offended, they're getting targeted. Yeah, bro. Ain't
like
that
we're
some
attacking
shit?
them.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, man. Fucking brain rot, bro. Like, what do you watch on Instagram and
bro,
TikTok?
It's TikTok? I was just saying it's TikTok. It's TikTok. That's usually what it is.
Fucking open your brain a little bit, man.
And see, like, that right there kind of goes back to what we're saying, where you're telling them the truth, but it's all about how you say it, because you obviously don't want to say, hey, I have girls in rotation. Nobody is ever gonna be that straightforward to say I got girls in rotation.
Yeah, see, the problem is that a lot of people are going based off of the clip that's being rotated right now.
Yeah.
Which is a whole, like, having a rotation, and you think that women don't have their own rotation. That's the fucking truth, though. Like, I'm not saying all women, and I'm not saying all men do, but shit, man, like, again, right? I was in a different place at that time. and at the same time, it's like, what's wrong with that? There ain't no wrong with that. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah. And I feel like, in a sense, those girls somewhat knew they were an option. Like, they know. They already knew they were an option.
Oh, they
as
fucking
soon as
know,
he
bro.
says,
They do.
"Hey, I don't want to be. I don't want a relationship now." It's like, okay, now I know I'm not number one, or I'm not going to be the
Dude,
main.
hey, look, to fully disclose, man, and I've said it on the podcast multiple times, but last year around this time, yeah, I was actually trying to play the field in different ways. I did have 4 or 5 different partners or girls I was dating.
Yeah, dating.
It was an experience in the sense that, like,
You line them up back to back.
but they were okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I never told them that they weren't just the only ones. And so, again, I feel like people just see it one way, and it's like, okay, but you can't, you don't want to understand, like, if it's a mutual agreement, then there's something behind the context of saying, like, okay, I'm willing to do that. To each your own, man. Yeah. How do you feel about women who date guys for just money? How do you feel about that?
I think that sucks.
You think it sucks?
I think it sucks because the relationship is just based off of
But how do
material.
you, no, 100%.
material-
But what if that's their choice, right? And then the person who is involved with them knows that the agreement is just based on that.
Yeah, it's a fake relationship.
Well, it's not a fake relationship if you communicate it. It's the same thing.
No,
it's
it's a real relationship because
Yeah.
we're both at an understanding of what
Yeah.
it is, but it's not a real relationship that either person should say, hey, we're gonna be together or whatever it is. It's the relationship is what it is. We're only talking to each other because of the money.
No, 100%.
If you didn't have money, I'm not even talking to you.
100%.
Basically,
And let me use Leonardo DiCaprio's example here, but he only dates 25 and under. Right?
And those girls know that.
Exactly.
Those
So they
girls
know that.
Hey, he's
But-
talking to me because I fit in his criteria of women.
Yes.
And they know that.
Yeah. So they
So it's
gotta,
like-
if it's a 20-year-old, you got a 5-year expiration date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like, you aligned yourself
If you
to it.
want to be one of his mistresses or whatever it is, do you want to? You fit in his line? Are you willing to go that way? Yes or no?
Exactly.
You got that option.
And you know you're gonna get an experience out of it. It's fucking Leonardo. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
So
Like,
that's what women are like. Yo, when am I ever gonna get to be with Leonardo DiCaprio again? Boom. So they're like, I'm gonna take it. Like I said before, bro. I knew my friend who was had went to a concert, seen him after the concert, and I was like, yo, if he was like, yo, come here, get in the car, would you go? She was like, yeah, I would go.
Yeah.
And it's because she was like, yeah, when am I ever gonna get this chance again? So it's
Exactly.
literally that same exact example. All these girls would take that chance. It's like they say,
but all these girls will say yes because of the status, right? Because of who he is.
Yeah, and
Now-
hoping they can maybe get something from that situation.
Yeah, all these fucking girls on this fucking chat in a heartbeat, they'll say yes.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Chris Brown, same shit. Oh, in a heartbeat.
It's because they haven't been put in that situation with any of these kind of people on that kind of status. So until that happens, they're gonna say they're not gonna fold. But when it happens, they're gonna fold
100%,
like a lawn
dude.
chair,
100%.
and pack you up onto the beach. All right,
let's go to the next one.
A little bit lower. Kelly
switch to the next camera.
Kolskowski says.
All
I don't know
right,
what the hell she just said. Oh, they tagged us.
Okay.
The podcast is trash.
It's not, but okay.
What did it say? Somebody black pilled? What the fuck? What does that mean? I don't even need to see the clip to know it's some black pilled.
Trash.
What?
I don't know what black pilled means.
Yeah, I
it's
don't know. I
only
thought it was
red or
red
blue
or
pilled.
blue,
Yeah. That didn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is it right here.
All right. He would come buy tables from me in clubs and wouldn't tip good, but flaunts money on socials. Okay,
All right, that's a lie. That's gotta be a
a
lie.
big lie because first off, I don't flaunt
He
money
doesn't.
on
He
socials.
doesn't. flaunt
I never.
money on
Yeah, it's
socials.
crazy. I never do that. But and as far as tipping goes, look, I'll be real with you, right? I tip more than 22%. More than that. Sometimes I even tip more, bro. Like, there's not one time that I've not tipped good. So and here's the one thing. Here's the one thing. I'm gonna call it out. But there's one thing about these comments. All of them are anonymous.
Yeah, they're all. Of course, they're gonna.
If
be
you're,
anonymous.
if you're gonna say something, show your face, show your name, talk your shit. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, Miss Anonymous number 510. Why don't you come, Miss Bottle Girl, or wherever you work?
Yeah.
You should come on and we could talk about it. I wish you would have saved the receipt so we could have seen.
Oh,
we could have
100%.
seen it. Yeah, that would have been
100%.
great.
Because all the times that I've gotten bottle service or gotten a table, it's either been with guys who are, who, like my best friends and all that. They'll come into town and I know we're gonna spend a good amount, and of course the tip's got to be there.
Yeah.
For one, a lot of these fucking bottle service places, like, they already add gratuity.
Yeah, the
I'll tell you that.
gratuity's already added.
And then we add more on top of that. So I again, that comment, anonymous for one. Just show your face, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to,
at least Daniela Marie, let it be known.
Straight up,
Daniela
dude, straight
Marie.
up. So that's not necessarily
All right,
like
what's this next one says he has a podcast and has female guests where they degrade females and ask them what their body count is and say how it's mandatory to have females in rotation. See, again, that's literally the narrative of just seeing a clip and saying that's what it's all about without watching any episode. That's literally all that comment is. And then look at all the comments of people. 73 comments.
73
people likes it. But then I guarantee you none of those 73 people watched it. You know why? Because they're just going to run with the narrative.
Yeah.
And then somebody else said, ill gross. Of course you think it's gross because y'all don't like hearing the truth. What's the podcast called? Somebody else interested in checking the podcast after what just read. Hey, Sway Elizabeth, you should check it out. Appreciate it.
100%.
Anonymous 632. Hey, Sway, if you want to come on, you should come on. You're in the DFW.
You know, it's so crazy too, man, that like when I start getting these screenshots and seeing the people that are commenting, I start getting those same follows on.
Yeah, so they want to check it out. See now, that's
like,
him.
okay.
The first reel on their podcast IG is him talking about having females on rotation. Well, that's the most recent one, not the first one. So that actually would be recent, and you would be wrong on that statement, but it's fine.
But here's the thing, like that's
There's nothing wrong with that.
5,000 views on
dude.
Instagram alone.
Yeah,
for sure.
That could be.
Agree.
Yeah.
100%, dude. People agree, and it got a ton of likes.
Hey, see, look, this anonymous member 632 literally told Micah that they know what the Open Discussions podcast is, which obviously means that anonymous number 632 probably watches the podcast and either hates on you or, you probably didn't want to be with her no more and she's upset.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
But,
there's a lot more comments in there. So
anonymous member 910. Lord, he's obnoxious. I hope the women that's falling in love with him sees us and runs. Runs straight to him.
That's cool,
right,
man. You know what I'm saying?
Every other word.
That's all right. Again, there's 3.2545 billion women in the world.
Yeah.
Between the ages of 21 and 45.
Anonymous member
true fact.
192. This should be already a turnoff. Not really that your man is desirable. I don't know. What's next? Does he have a sibling?
Actually, wait, 100% I do. Mr. Montana, I know you're probably watching.
All right, we got Anonymous 292. Been on a couple dates with him. He's a nice guy and he's not looking for anything serious. And in his words, he's only into dating for the experiences. Hey, again, that's at least be intentional. Even if that was the truth. Let's say that's the truth. At least he's intentional. When girls meet a guy, they're not like, hey, I want you to pay for all my stuff and I want to get money from you and not have sex with you. They don't tell you that.
The group chat asked, this is a situation I don't encourage you to give up the roster.
No, the roster is going to get doubled now.
It depends, man. It depends. Because that was, again, at the beginning of last year when we started this podcast, it was a lot of like experiences, of course. Yeah, 100%.
That was that,
whoa, shit, my bad.
Really didn't pour nothing.
My bad, dude.
Nah, more. That's all
right. All right. At the start of this podcast, I was in a different mental state. 100%.
Hey, look at what they said right there. Lovely. Sounds like he is honest. That's what we said. I think that means for his podcast and casual sex.
What?
No, that's the last one. But still, again, that's what he said right there isn't bad because he at least told you his intentions. So, again, he gave you the option if you want to stay or leave. Now, that's on you. And then we got another person. I think you found your answer. Tell friend to run fast. Tell her to keep him in rotation. She probably does. Did AD from Fort Worth post this?
Yeah, I don't
and then that's what I'm starting to think. Who posts anonymous on Facebook group before simply Googling his name, which would bring up 10,000 pages with references of him being misogynistic on this podcast. No, that's pretty crazy. There's no way.
That's insane.
There's no way. Who are all these anonymous people? Which is what sucks.
But
Literally all different kinds of numbers.
Like,
I think I've been invited to a section with him at a few clubs before. I know he does or used to do a podcast too.
I know.
Not the podcast. Throw the whole man away. This girl. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
hey, see, they don't like men that speak their mind. Obviously, if you got a podcast, you're going to speak your mind.
It's not even that, man. It's just like, again, kind of putting a perspective out there, right? And looking for an opportunity. I mean, that's what we're all into, right? I mean, I don't know what it is that you do for a living, but I'm sure you want to start your own business. You want to do your own thing. Hey, look, man, you know, you have to adapt to the world now, right? And what's one thing that really took off in 2020, 2021 was podcasts.
Yeah.
Right? And we found the opportunity to pursue this. And to be quite honest with you, man, it's to me, it became something to look forward to every Thursday. It was no longer weekends. It was no longer any of that. We find passion in doing this, right?
Yeah,
Whether you agree with us or not, like, you know, that's what it is. So
they hate us because they ain't us.
100%.
Otherwise, they would have started their own podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Lo starting her own podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
And then let me see. Well, we got go down a little bit, please, Raj. Down a miss. I think I've seen him posted before. Yes, he has a podcast about juggling women. Yo, that's another narrative that would get thrown out there of juggling women. The whole podcast. The podcast is not even about juggling women.
It ain't about juggling.
All right. I matched with him a while back and we were texting, but on his Instagram, he had pictures with his fiance, or maybe they were already married. I stopped talking to him.
This sounds like it was late 2023.
But see, that's so long ago.
I don't even know, dude. I mean, honestly, like
2 years ago.
Yeah,
almost. Can we go down a little bit more, Raj? Yeah. Oh, we're almost done. It's all good. He's been posted before. This is probably posted from one of his friends to get him more followers. LOL. I mean, no,
I doubt that.
That would be pointless.
Yeah.
Why would he say I'm going to deactivate my Instagram and then be like, yo, everybody go post this so I can undeactivate my Instagram? That wouldn't even make sense. That'd be pretty pointless of a whole thing. Man, he's already dressed better than most men. What seems off about him? Because right now he's up by 20 points.
Hey, that's right. He is at a Tina, wedding. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But still, I mean, like, at a wedding, that makes a big difference too. Like, imagine some guys just going some khakis and a red shirt looking like Jake from State Farm. Like, come on, man.
Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, to be real, let's kind of dive into a little bit of that, right? Like, if you're using dating apps, your profile has to be on point, man. No selfies, no fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, post your, you know, to have somebody take a picture of you, right? However it is that you do it, dress up nice, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's essentially a fucking resume on dating apps.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's really what it is. So if you looking bummy as hell, you know what I'm saying? You don't have any like pictures that stand out. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why you're struggling to match.
Look right there. So I swear 75% of men on Hinge use pictures from weddings.
Yeah, that was a good picture. I ain't gonna lie. I had the, you know what I'm saying? I had the band behind me and all that. It was great.
A little further, Raj. A little further. Wait. I think I missed that one.
Which one?
Oh yeah. Well, that's a plus. He can be fly on occasion. Let's see other outfits. This is his everyday outfit. Like, he's a cartoon character. This is what he wears every day.
No,
I haven't seen him in any other outfit.
I go to the gym in a suit too, dog. I've seen him. Straight up.
Okay, what else we got? Tell her to have a conversation with him. See what he says. The truth. Just matched with him. He kept messaging me.
Just matched with him. He kept messaging me. Well, it's been about 2 weeks. I've actually and again, a lot of people ain't gonna fucking believe it, but I did. It's been about 2 weeks. I completely deleted all dating apps. Facebook.
You see that right there? He's actually on the apps. Tried to match with me recently, as in the last 2 weeks. He did say 2 weeks. She probably needs to have a combo with him.
And here's the thing too, like and you know what? Kudos to Crystal for using her picture and not fucking being anonymous. But I don't know who that is. Yeah, by the way, so the way I see that is, okay, look, on certain dating apps, like if you like somebody, you could like them like 2 months before, and if they don't log in, then they can choose to match right then and there, and it's going to seem like you actually just matched with them. So, again, kudos to her for using her fucking name and not hiding behind anonymous over here.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
Straight up.
Yeah. Who's next? Same picture. Tell her to run. This guy's is all red flags. Now what? Not what he appears to be financially stable. Mayra.
You know what's so crazy? That I've never seen this girl because
Zamor's from Marvel, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. But okay, so I seen that comment. I looked her up and all that. Never fucking seen this girl in my life, so I don't know who Myra is. But again, I don't know how you know about me and all that, right? I don't flaunt cash on fucking Instagram, on stories, or none of that.
I don't know.
I don't necessarily ever post myself on stories. It takes about 3 to 4 months for me to post a picture of myself on Instagram. But again, your perspective is your perspective. Whoever it is that you have talked to, you know what I'm saying, cool. But I have no idea who Myra is. Tried looking her up, and I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm saying, so again, that was the purpose behind this, was to really like kind of get into that. Do we have more or what?
I don't think so.
We don't? That's it?
There's more.
There's more. There's a lot more.
Just matched with him financially. Oh, here we go. We matched, but when I have him on Insta, he posts about dating, finance stuff, and women. I can't recall what he was talked about. He displayed himself is that to have a great fashion style, very intelligent, but I don't know how reliable he could be. Matter of fact, he still have many dating apps, and I believe he only does that to increase his followers. The same exact picture has been posted before. See, that's the 4th or 5th person that said that. He's been posted before. Another person. What doesn't fit right? I don't get what they're saying.
To that comment, like...
Can we go down a little bit more, Raj? It's almost done now.
Again, to that comment, like, there's ways on how to... I mean, I could give all kinds of context behind that and saying why I had dating apps and whether you guys want to believe this is to increase followers. Hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If that's a way to increase followers, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, I did run a business in the past, which you guys have probably seen it in the past as well. It was an OnlyFans management agency. New World Agency, if you guys want to, you know what I'm saying? But, so... Another way onto how I use dating apps is going to sound crazy, but I landed a few deals with my company just through that. Understanding what you do as your profession and what we do in our company to bring in more revenue. And so there's different ways on how to go about it, but yeah. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks. Completely deleted. All dating apps deleted. And I just, again, I don't see the need for it. I saw the purpose behind it in the past, and it's not something that I look to get back into. I actually like the in-person interaction rather than through a phone or having to, carry a conversation through text or not through text, but through the dating apps onto Instagram, from Instagram to the phone. That's just me. So that's what it is.
Hey, can we go down a little further, Raj, before we get into this this next part? All right. Hold on, let's go. Let's see what else they said. Come on, match with multiple times. Never talked. Hope it was good. He wasn't posted. DavidTYBU once. All right.
Wait, what is it? Hold on. What does that say? Okay, I've matched with him. I've matched with him multiple times. Not recently, but never talked. Hope all is good. Cool.
Yeah,
that's
it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, real quick, we have another one that says anonymous member 441.
Yeah,
they have a screen recording of this post. They're talking about it on the YouTube right now.
Which one? Oh, they are
us, bro.
No shit, really? Oh, let me see it. Hold on.
No, that's what they said.
Oh, hell yeah! All right.
They said right
yeah,
there. It's just, he'll pull it up.
Oh, okay,
that's
okay.
What they
yeah.
said.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else says he would come buy tables from me at clubs and wouldn't tip good before.
Oh yeah,
no, that's not it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else said, just because he doesn't tip good means he doesn't have money. Stingy could be.
Just because he doesn't tip good doesn't mean that the tip isn't good.
Yeah.
I've always, look, I kind of, to go back a little bit on that, man, like even at restaurants, even at just having a drink at a bar, if I have one drink and I know that the drink costs me $15, I'll still leave $10.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What's 22% of that? That's probably what, like $3? Now, $3-4. I still leave the 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because, again, I recognize where the hard work is and how you treated me through the experience.
Of serving?
Yeah, tipping. Yeah, of course. Not just bottle service, but restaurants.
Hey, if I go to a restaurant, I get one drink, I'm not tipping you $10.
I do it just because of, like, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't do nothing. You took
not true, but
you gave it to the bartender. You brought it
true.
out.
But the thing is like, okay, I might have been planning to spend $40 that night, and you know what? And it's like,
all you know is that 40 is gonna be gone.
I spent 15, and
oh yeah, I'll take it.
I spent 15. And it's like, okay, I got another, like, you know what I'm saying, $25 to spend. So I'm gonna give you $10 tip. Oh, I think that's it, bro. Is that it?
There's a little squeeze.
Okay.
It's all good. I'll chill on that. Are you pulled it up?
I'm good right now.
Oh, okay.
Alright, yeah, but yeah, keep coming.
Oh, that was horrible. This little right here.
Look, man. Again, I just.
Ooh, this sounds like it ain't been open in a while.
It's crazy for somebody to even kind of resort to that and try to find out information through other people. Like,
see, anonymous. Why can't you just say who you are too? 441. Because obviously that means you're watching it. Yeah, that means you got to be watching it. And then anonymous member 510, you might as well say who you are. And then anonymous 321. I mean, you must think that's gross. You should also come on and just speak your reality of maybe who you've dealt with.
yeah, man. Anybody
You sound like some bottle girls.
straight up. And you know what? Look, like, I know we've kind of put some people out there for bad service through bottle service and all that. Like, and I kind of want to clear that too, where it's like, look, I mean, you're giving a service, man. Like, it don't matter whether you don't like us, you like us, whatever, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, money doesn't recognize who's spending it, right? Or who's getting it. It's all the same. And so if you want to provide bad service, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? And even then, when we got bad service, we still tip well.
Yeah. When you pointed out to each other, you'd be like, yo, this girl sucked. But all right, they were a little busy tonight or whatever.
No, it wasn't even that, bro. It's more
I'm
like,
just saying in general, you'll throw some other things into consideration.
Yeah, man.
You'll be like, all right, it was a little bit busy night.
could have had a bad night. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But learn how to separate that, dude. Because, you know, people out here spending money on a service for an experience, for a good time, and just put that shit somewhere else, bro. And like,
No, but see, that's the thing is that people always want to play with one narrative and say, okay, he didn't tip good, so he must be broke or whatever the case is, not knowing or not thinking also, hey, maybe she did a horrible job and he just didn't tip them good. You know, right? It could be both ways. And then some girls would be like, well, regardless, you should still tip the 20 no matter what job we did.
So I wonder,
and 20%, not $20.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
so I wonder who like that person is, because she said multiple
times. Yeah, so it's just like, okay, who is it now? You might as well say, and then we can point out those times. And if I was there, I can recollect who you're talking about, who else was there.
There's only one person I can think of that, and even then, we didn't tip bad. I'm saying,
no,
it's just the service was trash. But hey, again, right? It is what it is, man.
Hey, if anything, any girls that have any problems with him, or even just men in general in your own personal life, why don't you just come on the show, talk your truth? You don't have to say anybody's name the same way everybody's anonymous here. Anonymous 441, 510, 321, all these anonymous. You don't have to say any names. Y'all can come on, speak y'all's truths, and, you know, reach out to us in the DM on Open Discussions, or shoot Ariel a DM and
100%.
come on to the podcast and speak your truth. And you will see we do not degrade women. We just like to ask you multiple questions, and sometimes you don't even know what you want. So when we ask you what you want. Oh, YouTube. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead.
From what? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right.
Oh, yeah,
I can't even read that.
Well, I can see on my screen, bro. I can see it real good. Oh, now I can't. But where you had it before, it looked real good.
All right. I'm gonna blow it up right now.
Let me call up as a guest speaker live right now. We can.
That would be cool. Hey, yeah,
that
we
would
put
be
you on the
cool.
phone. Who said that?
Triska.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
here.
he said, yeah.
So I ran a poll, you guys, and then is there a shooter from women in the
At 57% said
Yo,
no. And the
that's
other ones
funny.
are, these women are tripping. Hey, hold on. All right, let's go to the top.
All right, let's do it.
Nanya said, clown, you probably posted that. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, sure.
Why would he post that? Wait, the idea to go make a anonymous Facebook account, him post it to that group and whatnot. Yeah, that's a lot to do, I would think. And again, in that post and in that group chat, you got to think that's mainly women that are approving who's going in that chat. So whoever is allowing women to go in there, you'll probably need to do better research on who you are allowing in there, if that was the
100%.
case, if that narrative was the truth, which it's not. So again, I would think that y'all would hold more accountability.
All right, well, let's go up. What did we miss on
Yeah.
the top? That was it?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay. Then we got especially Anna. So when y'all gonna star me again, and I'm gonna bring some back.
Oh, it's
some
Hyman.
baddies.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, Hyman, come back
Hyman,
on. We've
anytime,
been
bro.
told you to come back on.
Yeah,
we
we
did
have.
tell him to come back
Yeah.
on. And then Jessica Dennett. I saw the post, text a mutual friend of ours. Since our mutual friend has introduced me to the podcast, I've been invested. I don't agree with everything that's said, but I feel it's 100% transparent.
Oh, well, thanks,
Jessica.
Hell yeah, straight up.
And women have rosters too. Stop playing. That's what we've been saying. We've been saying women have rosters. We know this. Now, they might not be having sex with every guy on the roster. Neither is Ariel, but they have rosters. That's what we're trying to just say. That's all it is. And they just don't want to hear the truth of that. Then we got Jonathan Triska. I dated her for 2 years, and he loved me beautifully about Mercedes and took care of me. I don't care what anybody says about him. That's my baby.
That's my dog.
And Triska won his heart. Claudia, these Libras, red flag. All right, Claudia. Hey, Claudia Ramirez, why don't you come on the podcast and talk about the Libras in your life that have, put this bad agenda on Libras. I thought Libras were good, man. I thought they were.
Libras are balanced.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Somebody said Chris Brown. I would never forgave him about after he beat up Rihanna. Well, a lot of girls have, and that's why they paid $1,000
Yeah, 100%.
to take a
Just
picture with him.
100%.
And for him to fill up all up on their body and never have sex with them.
That's right.
Hey, they keep it going.
That's right.
They love you, then they hate you.
Yep.
KK, just curious, does the situation at all encourage you to give up the roster? No, KK, we said that was doubled. That's getting doubled. Let me call up and be a guest speaker live right now. Feels borderline cyberbullying. They should stop hiding behind anonymous and say it with their chest. Yeah, that's what we've been saying, KK.
Yeah.
They should have just said it with their names, like Diana Marie or whoever.
Straight
else. Daniela Marie, whatever. And then Marco Moreno, shout out ladies, you should do a what is that forum on that stage and put how many guys you finessed. Hey, facts. That would be 100%. A lot of guys, you would think.
Do you want me to pull up Triska on a call? I can call him. Put him on the mic.
Hey, that'll be the last one. And is there any more comments after that, Roger? No more.
Put Triska on.
All right, that's cool.
You want to get the headsets from the other?
Oh, you want me to? You want me to call?
That might be easier. Hopefully, hey, can you have your headsets? You can see hear how it sounds. Might not sound
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? We're gonna have you on the actual call, but hold on. Say something.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. Okay, we can hear you. Okay,
We
perfect.
just gotta turn that
All
down.
right,
Let's go.
All right, you said you wanted to call in, man. What's up? You're still on live.
Yeah, I didn't realize you guys were gonna call me in. I just wanted to say 20 years that I've known you, and I'm sitting here next to a female that knows you very well. I don't see it, bro. I don't see where these accusations are coming from.
They're obviously fake.
Yeah, it sounds like they're
I don't
fake.
really like the whole anonymous thing.
Yeah.
So if y'all could hear me, show yourselves.
Straight up.
They should just DM us and have them set up a time so they can come on the podcast and talk about it.
Talk their shit.
Yeah. I mean, listen, dude, to be honest with you, man, the dating game nowadays, for the past 5 to 10 years has been everywhere, and it's been digested by so many people, and there's so many different ways to look at it. But one thing that I could say is I think you went about it in the most gentleman way. There's a lot of people out there worse.
Yeah.
I think in these situations, some people have some opinions, right? But I don't think anybody out there can say that you've ever disrespected them,
100%.
threw them out on the streets, or just did anything crazy. It sounds like some girls are just mad you didn't tip them.
Hey, that's all they're mad about, bro. That's all they're mad about.
Yeah. Oh
No,
my
I remember
goodness.
who went looking for the fucking podcast. Just they don't even know you. They went on the podcast just like, oh, let me look him up. So I'm gonna go look at the podcast, and then didn't even actually get to know you on the podcast.
No.
Yeah.
And now they're just trying to paint you as a womanizer when you're not. So yeah.
I agree. Yes.
A
Thank you.
womanizer is somebody
I think
who's
you're a
dishonest.
And obviously, and obviously, Dallas's most eligible bachelor. And obviously, dude, I think that's gonna trigger some women that couldn't, maybe couldn't get you the way they wanted to, or,
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what it is.
Who
Is
knows?
that they couldn't get them, so that now they're salty about it. It's usually what it is.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I mean, yeah. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, now we're
Oh,
just stroking Ariel's ego right now. Man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. I think in the midst of all this, in the midst of all these different perspectives and all these different opinions, man, like, shit, somebody's got to step up and talk about, it's like that. It's like what they say, man. You could do 9 good things for somebody. The minute you can't do the 10th, then you're a piece of
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I'm sure a lot of those females, they, or a few of them had some really good dinners and really good times and shared some good memories and everything like that. But instead of celebrating that, they're celebrating something else, It's something else is very surface level, which, it kind of just like puts the ball back in your court because, what you're looking for is substance.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really seem like any of these girls that have, that are saying these things really have what you're looking for anyways.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Hell yeah.
You know.
Man. No, I appreciate that, bro. Hell yeah.
I appreciate you for calling in.
That's cool. Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
of course, man. Y'all boys have a good night, man.
Hey,
Enjoy
you too. Have a
yourselves.
good night, man. You stay safe.
All right, man. You too, bro. Love you, man. Bye.
Hey, real quick,
One more person
Emmanuel
wanted to call in.
Emmanuel Hernandez said both of you guys look really healthy. My question is, what are y'all's thoughts on messing your life up with a STD for a one night stand?
Oh, that's crazy.
I would say you gotta use protection for sure.
Ismail's on the call.
Oh, hey, what's up?
What's up, man? You got
Hey.
a question for us, or you got a statement?
You got a statement, question,
What?
question, statement.
About whatever they're saying?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, the thing is that they're talking. I mean, at the end of the day, you're doing something great, bro. I mean, as far as I know, I mean, my experience with you, as known as my friend, I mean, you're a very detailed person, right? You're very good and you're very gentleman, man. So, I mean, whatever they want to say is just opinion, and man, you just gotta take it as it is. And here's the thing: a lot of people could talk whatever they want about you, but you know who you are, bro. And at the end of the day, let them say whatever they want, because at the end of the day, who you're becoming is gonna attract a lot of envy. A lot of girls, they want you, man. So that's what they're talking.
Yeah, no, for
You
sure.
know, they'll talk and they'll say, and especially what they can't have, bro. And you're looking for that girl that's special. You want to explore your options out there. That's not bad, man. Like, you're free to explore your options, and you're free to select the woman you want, bro. You work hard for that.
No, 100%, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so let them talk.
Yeah.
And whatever they need to say, I mean, we know we tip.
We know we tip. That's right. Hell yeah, straight up. Yeah, man. You know that like perspective or that perception of like, oh no, bad tipper, bro. It's crazy. How many times have we came out here like over tip?
Of course, man. Of course. And I mean, and not only that, bro, the tip thing, and you, like, the details you have, open door for people, like, you're a very empathetic person, bro, like, and I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Can't be worried about it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. Fuck yeah. Prove it and come
man,
to. Hell nah. Anna say, prove it and come tip at 7:01. That's crazy. Hey, nah, but I appreciate that, man. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So, I mean, honestly, you guys are doing amazingly. So, let's keep grinding, man. Keep going after what you guys want. And, I mean, this is part of the thing, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's part of the process, boys.
Hell yeah. But, all right, man. Well, shit, I'll call you afterwards, man.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. Bye.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Shit.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
People pull up and make. Keep saying, hell yeah. There you go, Anna.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get the money.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate it, KK.
All right.
Appreciate everybody for tapping in, tuning in. Hey, again, ladies, if you want to come on and speak your truth, subscribe first, and then just hit us in the DM, and then ask us to come on, and we'll have you guys on next month in May.
Yeah,
And you can speak your truth, and we'll always come back to this specific situation and understand why you're out here hating.
Nah, for sure. Hey, man, look, again, no hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking this as like I'm fucking butthurt. I mean, I don't give a shit about that. I got so many other things to worry about. But again, I wanted to address this because it was getting around. I started getting a ton of texts, a ton of messages. What's going on? And look, man, we run a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And it's the right way to go about things, right? And so, thank you guys for tuning in. Everyone who stayed around, they listened. They heard. I'm hoping that are we gonna run a podcast? Is it the next one in May?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so the first week of May, when Ismail Marco come into town, we're lining that up.
Yeah.
So
That's May.
hope y'all ready for that one.
That's
That's
May
good.
1st. Yeah,
That was gonna be good. But again, thank you guys.
Appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Open Discussions.